I'm Simon Glass, Christian Glass's father.
And I'm Sally Glass, Christian Glass's mum.
So I'm from New Zealand originally. Christian was born there, and then Sally's from England.
That's him with his sisters. So he's he was the eldest, the biggest brother, and that's with his sister Anna and Katie. He was a good brother. He looked after his sisters. He stuck up for them. Yeah, he was quite a protective older brother, I would say. Really strong sense of justice. He was really strongly behind the Black Lives Matter movement. He hated bullying. He was very into making things and doing things, and he loved making tree houses and building dams and investigating. And he was really busy. Christian would jump. He was a real Huckleberry Finn boy. He was always up trees. You can see him jumping from like the tree house down onto the trampoline, and they would make stuff in the sand pit. So he was outdoorsy, but he had two sisters, so he did do tea parties and all of that kind of thing.
Well, as he got older, he got very interested in cooking and in art. He actually qualified as a chef here in the Boulder Chef School.
He's very creative.
Yeah. Much later on, the last 3 years or 4 years, he really got into painting. He really appreciated the scenery and the beauty of Colorado.
He loved the rocks, and that's when he was, I would say, killed, when he was murdered. He was driving back from Moab, so he took himself off for a 3-day trip it's an art trip. So he went down to Moab to paint and draw, and when my friends emptied his car, it was just full of rocks and all his art from Moab that we have. I mean, I hold this a lot. This is he's really into rocks. So he was always collecting rocks, and this was among lots of other rocks. This was in the car when he died, and that's why I carry it with me, because I feel like it's a part of Christian, because he's a gentle boy. And it has been a fight. We've never been involved in anything like this. Obviously, we've never been involved with the police. So we just thought justice would happen. I don't know. I think we were really naive about that. And it doesn't. You really do have to fight for justice.
One of the things that I think shocked us was the people that murdered Christian. Some of them have been involved in things before, which really should have resulted in strong disciplinary action or expulsion from the force, but they did nothing. And so these people think it's okay, we get away with murder. And I think there's definitely more to do. And I had no confidence at all that this won't happen again right now.
Christian got a huge settlement. We see it as Christian's money, and we're custodians, I guess, of that money for him that will go back out to the community. Honestly, we want to give back to the community because the money came in a way from the community, and it needs to go back to the community, but targeted. We do want to support young people. We want to support mental health. We want to support victims of crime, because we can tell you there's not a huge amount of support for victims of crime, all sorts of victims of crime. We can't bring him back, but we don't want anyone else. The police have to know they can't get away with murder, right? They can't. They're going to be held accountable. And if they're going to be held accountable, when they'll stop and think and not attack people that just need help.